Hey sis, I know it's been a while since I made a video. I don't have an excuse, no excuses. So we're not even going to talk about it. But I am back, and that is what's most important. And today I have a life update and a Q&A video for you guys. If you are new here, hello, my name is Patience. I am a aspiring writer. I am also a self-love enthusiast, a content creator, a poet, all of these things. Welcome to the family. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I don't really want to chat too much in this intro, so let's just do it. All right, let's go. So I hope you all had a great new year. It is now 2020, which is crazy. That's crazy. I know for me, the last 6 months of 2019 was hard. But I made it through, y'all. And you made it through too, girl. Guy, you did it. You made it through. You here now. All that happened in 2019 no longer serves you. Let it go. Boom, it's gone. And now we in 2020, living our best lives because that's what we do. Where have I been? What have I been doing? How have I been feeling? I have been creating. I have been doing more writings on my Instagram. I have been trying to find my creative niche, so to speak, to just figure out what type of artist, writer I want to be. And for someone who hasn't really focused a lot on creativity growing up, it's very hard to now do that as an adult, but I am finding my footing and I feel good about it. So that's really what I've been focusing on for the past few months. I've been painting. I actually painted this beauty right here. Yeah, that's on me. I've been writing more. I have been doing more spoken word. I have been trying to get more into blogging and things like that, but I'm taking it day by day. I'm learning every single day. And I actually have a book that I am reading now. Let me grab it. It is called The Artist Way, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity by Julia Cameron. And this is kind of like a course book, I guess you can say. It's a course in discovering and recovering your creative self. And this is like one of the most talked about books there is in regards to creativity. Actually, Kerry Washington posted a recent Instagram post on this and how it changed her life both creatively and personally. That's what I plan to do starting this month, is really focus on creativity and finding my way with that. So I feel like this book is a great book for anyone who is also on the same path as I am, trying to be more creative in life, to maybe just do it as a habit or to pursue it as your full-time career. This is a great book to start out at. But outside of creating and finding my, way as a creator, I've also been focusing a lot on personal and spiritual growth. Obviously, if you've been following me for a long time, you know that is really my main focus. I like to call myself a self-love enthusiast because that's really what I focus a lot on all of my online platforms. And the last few months of 2019, I sort of lost my way with that journey. I found myself doing things that weren't really me. I found myself trying to be someone that I was not, just based off of the people I was surrounding myself with. I thought that I had to be one way, which was not my authentic self. And I wasn't happy. I fell into a state of depression. I was not diagnosed with, depression, but you can kind of, once you're at an all-time low, what that feels like. You're not able to do the daily routine that you normally do. You find yourself feeling like you just want to stay in, and You know, you might be sleeping in late, later than usual, and all of those things were happening to me. I did not have an appetite. Finally, I sat myself down. I looked in the mirror and I just asked myself, is this what you want for yourself out of life? Is this what you have been working so hard for? You're settling, you're content. This is not you. You need to get up. You need to do the things that you know will help you get out of this funk. You need to go out. You need to see nature. You need to see the sun. Like, you need to do the things, all the things that fill you. That's the only way that I knew I would get out of that funk. So that's what I did. One day I just got up and I was like, you know what? No more. No more, no more, no more. And I know that is easier said than done for a lot of people. But once I made the decision to no longer be in that rut, to no longer be that person, I started to see change. I started to see change within myself. I started to see change within my mood, my motivation, you know, how I was showing up every day for myself and others, the type of people I was attracting. So many things shifted once I made that decision. And it literally only took a minute. I made the decision within a minute and I stuck to it, and that's most important. And like I said, I know that is easier said than done for a lot of people, but that's what it took for me to change the path that I was about to go on in life, because I knew that that path was not, it was not for me. It was not for me at all. I was not being myself. I was not being true to myself. I was not being true to the work that I know I need to be doing for myself and for others in order to, you know, heal the human collective as a whole. I was not showing up for myself. Therefore, I was not showing up for you. Therefore, I was not showing up for Mama Earth. And I decided that that's not who I am. So I'm so glad that I made the decision, okay, because now I feel good. I feel like I look good, and I am at a better place. I am happy. Yeah, I can really say I'm happy. And nothing in my life has truly changed. I'm still at a job that I don't necessarily like. I am still in an area that I don't necessarily like it's cool out here, but not where I want to be, which leads me to my next topic, which is my 2020 goals. So I created a vision board January 1st, and on that vision board were a lot of things, obviously, that I wanted to go after this year. And normally when I create a vision board, I do it with a sense of, what's the word I'm looking for? A sense of sort of longing, if that makes sense. So as I'm creating the vision board, it's like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Whereas this year, I did it more intentionally. I created this vision board with an overstanding and understanding that these are the things that are actually going to happen. It's not, I want this, or what if. It is, this is, this is, this is. As in, this is happening now. This is happening right now. I am receiving it right now, and soon it will show up in my reality. That's the mindset that I used when I was creating my vision board. And that brought me so much joy, because in my mind, I was acting as if this was already my life. Like, you couldn't tell me that this wasn't my life, period. Yes, I'm already doing that. I'm already doing that. I'm already doing that. I'm working towards that. Yes. So that's the type of energy I was feeling when I was creating my vision board. And I honestly feel like that energy has carried along so far in all of my decisions and just my mentality for 2020. Because now every time I look at my vision board, it brings me so much joy. Like I can literally feel the joy and happiness and all of these things that are going to come out of this vision board. And I'm acting as if the person that I see living that vision board is me. And I know that sounds crazy to say, but I think a lot of times we feel that these things are not attainable for us. Like we're not that version of ourselves yet. But if we shift that mindset and say, I am this person and I am able to receive these things, I think magical things can happen. And that's like a lesson in manifestation, I think, because once you believe it, once you know that you are worthy of it, once you already feel that it's yours, that's when you're able to actually receive it all. With that said, my 2020 goals include moving. I have been in the DMV area all of my life, and I have dreamed for so long to live in California. Like, ask anyone that knows me, that's literally all I talk about. Like, all I talk about, all I want. Like, I've only visited once, and when I did, I just knew. I knew, like, I think Will Smith said it, like, there are places that resonate with your soul, like, and there are some places that don't. And I feel like California just resonates with my soul. And I've only been once, like literally one time, that's it. And I just loved it. I loved the energy. I loved the weather, obviously. I loved everything about it, and I could envision myself there. Like the life that I would live in that area, I would literally be like the best version of myself. So this year I said, you know what, Patience? Just do it. Just do it. So I gave myself until the end of this year to make the move happen, and it's going to happen. Literally, I'm already like adjusting my mind and everything. So when I talk, I'm like, when I moved to California, XYZ. When I moved to California, XYZ. Like literally, I'm using the vocabulary, not saying like if I moved to California, it's when because I'm already there. Like, I'm not playing games in 2020. I am not playing games with y'all in 2020. Like, I can't. But yeah, that's my main goal for 2020 is to move and be out. Deuces, love y'all DMV. I love y'all, but I'm out. Sorry. I come back and visit. I also am going to be focusing a lot more on my writing in 2020. I have been writing for a very long time. I started on my blog, and then I started to do more creative writing within the past like 3 years, doing poetry, spoken word, and like affirmations and things like that. So I really want to focus on that this year and put out a body of work, or at least start the process of putting out a body of work for you all to enjoy. I have a hard time with saying I am a writer because I don't have a body of work out there really, but I am a writer. That is what I love to do. That is what brings me joy. And I am claiming that title because I deserve it. And because I know now that I deserve it, I feel like once I'm ready to put out a body of work for you all, it's going to be well received. At least that's what I believe and hope for. And that's all I'm gonna say there. Soon come. I'll keep you guys updated on what that looks like for me. And I really, really hope that you all continue to follow my journey. If you do not follow me on Instagram, that's where you can see a lot of my writings. I will put a link down below to my Instagram, or maybe like somewhere down here, I don't know. I feel like I've been rambling. Let's talk about self-esteem. I feel like I am finally comfortable with myself. I feel like I am finally accepting myself for who I am. I feel like I am finally loving myself fully without any conditions or anything like that. I feel like I am finally not seeking validation from anyone outside of myself for the most part, because there are days where I find myself really longing for that validation from others. And I never mentioned that there's an elephant in the room, my hair. I cut it around November-ish, I believe. Yeah, it was about November. And I cut my hair because I needed to. It was really consuming me. And I felt like I created an identity for myself around my hair, which was not healthy. It was not healthy at all. Like, I felt like if my hair didn't look a certain way, or if my hair wasn't, you know, healthy, or whatever the case may be, I literally consumed that. And I felt like I then wasn't healthy, or I then wasn't beautiful, or whatever the case may be, simply because of my hair. And I don't know where those emotions stemmed from, but I knew that in order for me to move on, and in order for me to vibrate higher, so to speak, I needed to release it. I needed to release that energy, and that's what I did. And I, in the moment after, did not feel good. Did not feel good at all. I felt like I was empty. I felt like I wasn't myself. And I realized then in that moment that I created an identity around my hair, which is why I felt that way once I cut it off. And now today I'm loving my short hair. Like, I think it's so cute on me. I feel like I feel more of myself in this moment, and I am gonna grow my hair back out eventually, but I am learning to just be present in the now. Don't worry about how long it's gonna take for it to grow. Don't worry about what it's gonna look like when it grows out. Don't worry about any of that. Don't compare it to anyone else's. Just let it be. All things, just let it be. And thanks to this book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, I think that's how you say his name, that book is phenomenal. Let me actually grab it. This book, everyone needs to read this book. Everyone needs to read this book, because it will shift your perspective on life in the best way possible. I'm telling you, it's amazing. And it is a sort of self-help spiritual book, but it's sort of in plain English. He puts it very simple. It's sort of just confirmation for you. Confirmation for you. Okay, so I've been rambling for like way too long, so we're just gonna jump right into the Q&A session of this video, excuse me. And there aren't a lot of questions, so just bear with me. The first question is, what's your ethnicity? I am African American. I would love to do one of those ancestry DNA tests, or whatever it's called, to learn more about like my roots, because I am pretty sure I have some Ethiopian blood in me somewhere, but yes, African American. Second question is, what's your best hobby? I would say writing. I love to write. I do it every day, and it's what I enjoy doing. Ooh, this is a good one. What was your most empowering moment once you realized you enjoyed your own company? And I think that this moment happened last year, 2019, and it was like a Saturday night, and I was home alone. Obviously I live alone, and I had this desire to just be around company. Like, I just wanted to cuddle with someone, just be around some masculine energy. Let's cut to the chase. And I really really wanted it. Like, really just wanted to have company, to be around someone. And I decided not to. I decided not to call up any company, and I decided to just soak in all of my lonely misery. Oh yeah, I decided to just soak in my misery, and I danced a little bit, and I took a shower. I did like a facial, and I remember after I rinsed off my facial and like looked up, I was like, I love you. And I literally said I love you to myself in the mirror, and that was, I think I cried. I probably cried that night. I'm always crying. I'm pretty sure I cried that night. But yeah, that's definitely the most empowering moment that I can think of. Someone also asked for advice on how to be more feminine for a young lady. And I don't really know how to answer this question, because I don't think young ladies necessarily need to be more feminine. If that's what you want, I think that you should define what feminine means to you, because it doesn't have to be or look like, you know, what other people consider as being feminine. I think you have to do some self introspective work and figure out what femininity looks like for you, because what I see as feminine may be different from what you see as feminine. The next question is, single, why? Well, I am single because I need to be. I don't want to be, but I need to be. I need to be single because there's a lot of healing that still needs to be done. There's a lot of self-work that I need to do before I go into another relationship. I really don't like dating, so I honestly think and hope that the next relationship that I'm in will be the relationship, period. I saved the best question for last. The last question is, what does spirituality look like to you? Love this question. Spirituality looks like just simply being present in the moment. It looks like being aware. It looks like, you know, being at peace. So for me, some of my spiritual practices are, you know, meditation. I meditate every morning for at least 20 minutes. That is my time to be fully present in my body, fully present in the now. And I think that is probably what I would say spirituality looks like for me. It looks like stillness. I hope that makes sense. Okay guys, so I hope this video isn't going to be super long, because I really want you all to watch the full video, and I know that our attention span is a little, you know, but I really appreciate you all watching this video and sitting with me and chatting with me, and I really hope that you all stick around. We do have a lot of new family members here on the channel, and I really appreciate you guys subscribing. Please be sure to subscribe and like and comment if this is the first time that you are seeing my face. I really hope to see more of you all, and I promise to be more interactive on here. I promise. 2020 goal, I promise. And I hope you all have a beautiful 2020, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.